Hello and welcome to the MCO guide. I'll be covering what MCO is, its requirements, how to install it, and things worth mentioning. Let's get into it. MCO is a combat animation framework. In vanilla Skyrim, you'll be able to free roam while melee attacking. MCO forgoes this and implements motion data to melee attacks, like in titles like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, and pretty much every modern action RPG title. Essentially, you'll have to commit to attacks. Can't move for its duration unless you have a dodge mod, and it changes how combat feels drastically. It also implements movesets to weapon types so they have unique identities and playstyles. MCO is a successor to the SkySA combat animation framework. It's built to be non-linear. Not all movesets have these features, but it's worth mentioning that MCO supports power attack chaining, transitions, and charged attacks. By default, MCO comes with Mignite's Elder Souls collection already built in, so all weapon types will have movesets. But you can easily override them by simply installing new movesets if you wish. To get MCO up and running, we'll need some requirements. I'll first start off with the simple easy ones, so simply download and install these mods: Dynamic Animation Replacer, Animation Motion Revolution, and Payload Interpreter. Once you have those mods, you'll now want a mod to split light and heavy attack inputs. Now, this isn't a hard requirement. MCO will function without it, but if you don't, you won't be able to initiate the first power attack. You'll only be able to heavy attack after light attacking. So you can grab either one-click power attack modified, OCPAM, or a separate power attack. I recommend you install OCPAM. There is some setup required for OCPAM, but it takes like a minute to do. Once you've installed OCPAM, open it up and head over to its INI configuration file. Now copy these settings. They'll also be in the description. The main variable we want to configure is ForceRightKey. This will be the key you've assigned to power attacks. The value for this needs to be a DX scan code. You can find a list of these scan codes on the Creation Kit wiki. I'll provide links in the description. I've used L as my power attack key, so I'm using Keycode 38. I mainly play on controller, so I edited my controller configuration in Steam's big picture mode to split light and heavy attacks. And so for my right bumper, I assigned it to be L, so when I press my right bumper, I power attack. Then finally, for requirements, you need Nemesis. Nemesis is a behavior animation framework, like Finis. However, keep in mind, if you do have Nemesis, you don't need to use Finis. If you haven't used Nemesis before, I'll link a quick tutorial from my boy Chance on how to set it up. Alright, we've got all the requirements. Now let's install MCO. Visit our website and download and install ADXP MCO. When installing MCO, a faux mod will pop up. I recommend selecting the experimental version, 1.4.2. Now select your game version, so AE or SE, and choose if you want to install the new loco movement animations. Now we want to run Nemesis. Make sure to update the engine, and make sure you have the MCO patch enabled. It's called Attack D-Star Experience. We also want to make sure we have the Payload Interpreter patch enabled. Once those patches are enabled, launch Nemesis and let it do its thing. Once Nemesis is finished, we can exit out. And voila! MCO is now set up. Get in-game and try it out. Now you might want to replace MCO's default movesets. This can be done easily. As an example, let's install the Elden Ring moveset pack. Download and install it. And that's it. You don't even have to rerun Nemesis again. As for recommended mods to use with MCO, you'll probably want a dodge mod like DMCO or TK Dodge RE. You'll also definitely want to have Scar to allow enemies to actually use movesets with some intelligence. Without Scar, enemies will simply repeat the same initial attacks. If you're looking to bring Skyrim closer to contemporary action RPGs, I highly recommend you look at my Elden Ring combat guide. Even if you're not looking to replicate Elden Ring's combat, it'll get you into the headspace of thinking about designing your own combat setup, and you'll discover mods you might want to add to your mod list. And real quick, if you wish to convert old SkySA movesets to MCO, I'll provide a link to D-Star's tutorial on how to do this. Alright, that concludes the MCO guide. Leave a like and subscribe if this video has helped you out. Also, consider supporting the channel on Patreon. My amazing patrons help me make it possible for me to keep producing the content you're watching, while I also study at uni. Take care, lads and lasses, and I'll see you next time.